Hello children, this is Trinity Academy Metric Higher Secondary School. I am T. Mahalakshmi. Today I am going to take a class for standard 8, that is subject geography. Now first, I think you all are safe at home and enjoying your corona holidays, isn't it? Yes. Now come to the lesson. Have you ever noticed any mountains and rocks nearby your location? Yes, why not? We can see the small mountains and rocks nearby our schools. Do you know how they are formed? How they originated on the earth's surface? Do you know what kind of mountains are they? Do you know what kind of materials are used to construct temples, buildings, roads, flyovers, etc.? In this lesson, we will learn about rocks and soils. In a lower classes, you have learned about the realms of the earth, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Lithosphere is the uppermost layer and is important layer of the earth. It is composed of solid rocks and unconsolidated materials. The meaning of lithosphere is the sphere of rocks. Now, scientific study of rocks is known as petrology. It is derived from Greek word petrios, means rocks, and logos means studies. Now we can go to the rocks. The rocks are the solid mineral materials. The earth's crust is composed of rocks. Rocks are an important natural resource and is found in solid state. It may be hard or soft. There are 2000 types of rocks, minerals found on the earth, and of which only 12 are basic minerals commonly found all over the world. Minerals are chemical substances which exist in nature. Now, we can see the first about the types of rocks. There are 3 types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. First, we can see about the igneous rocks. So, these igneous rocks are formed by the solidification of molten magma. These rocks are called primary rocks or parental rocks because as all other rocks are formed by these rocks. Now, characteristics of igneous rocks. The rocks are hard in nature. These are impermeable. They do not contain fossils. They are associated with the volcanic activities. These rocks are useful for constructions, etc. Now, we can see the types of igneous rocks. We can classify igneous rocks into 2, extrusive and intrusive rocks. The extrusive rocks can be, see the lava. When the lava comes out from the volcano, lava is actually a red molten magma which comes out from the interior part of the earth's surface. After reaching the earth, it may solidify. When this is the earth's surface, it comes out and it becomes solid and it becomes a rock. So, this type of rock above the earth's surface is known as the extrusive rocks. But when these rocks, the example of extrusive rocks is basalt. Next, intrusive rocks. The molten magma sometimes cools down deep inside the earth's surface. That is here. It cools down here. So, these types of rocks are called as extrusive rocks. Now, intrusive rocks we can classify into 2, plutonic rocks and hypabycal rocks. These plutonic rocks, it's seated deep inside the earth. That's why it is known as plutonic rocks, and the example is granite. And next one, hypabycal rocks. These rocks formed at shallow depth hypabyssal. The example for this one is dolerite. Since these rocks consist of large crystals, they are also known as crystalline rocks. Next, we can go to the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks can be classified into organic and inorganic, that is mechanical and chemical. The word sedimentary has been derived from the Latin word sedimentum, means settling down. The sedimentary rocks are found by the sediments derived and deposited by the various agents. Due to the high pressure and temperature, the undisturbed sediment for a long period cemented to the sedimentary rocks. It has many layers. It consists of many stratas. That's why it is known as stratified rocks. Now we can see the characteristics of sedimentary rocks. They contain fossils. They have many layers. They are non-crystalline rocks. Now there are two types of sedimentary rocks. First we can see the organic sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed by the decomposition of dead plants and animals. It contains fossils. Examples: chalk, talc, limestones, etc. Next, inorganic, that is mechanical sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed from the disintegration of igneous and metamorphic rocks. The natural agents erode and transport these rocks and deposit them at some places. After a long period of time, they cemented to form rocks. Example for mechanical sedimentary rocks are sandstone, shale and clay. Next one is chemical sedimentary rocks. These are found by precipitating of minerals from water. It is formed usually through evaporation of chemical rich solutions. These rocks are also called evaporites. Example for chemical sedimentary rock is rock salt. Now next we can see to the metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks can be classified into two, thermal and dynamic. The word metamorphic is derived from the Greek word meta and morpha. Meta means change and morpha means shape. When igneous and sedimentary rocks subject to high temperature and pressure, the original rocks get altered to form a new kind of rocks. That is called metamorphic rocks. It is of two types, thermal and dynamic rocks. Now first we can see thermal dynamic rocks, that is thermal metamorphism. If the change in the rocks is namely caused by the high temperature, the process is called as thermal metamorphism. Again, if the change in rocks is namely caused by high temperature, the process is called as thermal metamorphism. If the change in rocks mainly caused by high pressure, the process is called as dynamic morphism. Again, if the change in rocks mainly caused by high pressure, the process is called as dynamic metamorphism. Formation of metamorphism rocks from igneous rocks, that is granite to gneiss, basalt to slate. Formation of metamorphism from igneous. Next one is formation of metamorphic rocks to sedimentary rocks. The example is sandstone into quartz. Next one, shale to slate. Now we can see the characteristics of metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are mostly crystalline in nature. They consist of alternate bands of light and dark minerals. For now, we can see the rock cycle. Now we are going to see the image of rock cycle. Igneous rocks are primary rocks formed first on the earth. Listen carefully. Igneous rocks are primary rocks formed first on the earth. These rocks are weathered, transported and deposited at some places to form sedimentary rocks. These rocks are weathered, transported and deposited at some places to form sedimentary rocks. The igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed into metamorphic rocks under the influence of temperature and pressure. The igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed into metamorphic rocks under the influence of temperature and pressure. The metamorphic rocks are also disintegrated and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. See here, the metamorphic rocks are also disintegrated and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. Formation of igneous rocks take place when there is an overflow of molten materials. The formation of igneous rocks take place when there is an overflow of molten materials. Like this, the rocks of the earth crust keeps on changing from one form to another form. Like this, the rocks of the earth crust keeps on changing from one form to another form. The endless process is referred as rock cycle. The endless process is referred as rock cycle. Now we can see the uses of the rocks. Next we can see the uses of rocks. Rocks are highly valuable and important to almost all aspects in our life. Rocks are used for many purposes in our life. Rocks are useful for making cement, chalk, fire, building materials, bath scrubs, ornaments and roofing materials, etc. Now we can recall about the rocks. There are three types of rocks. That is, we can classify the rocks into three types. That is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks can be again classified into extrusive rocks and intrusive. The intrusive again we can classify into plutonic and hypabasal rocks. Sedimentary rocks can be classified into organic and inorganic, that is mechanical and chemical. Metamorphic rocks can be classified into thermal and dynamic. Next we can see about the soils.